You feel it in your chest, don't you? That hot, coiled serpent of indignation. You wake up and reach for your phone, and within moments you are professionally angry. An injustice scrolls by. Then a political betrayal. Then a display of breathtaking stupidity. Your thumb trembles with a furious energy as you type a comment, fire off a retort, or share the offending post with a caption dripping in sarcastic fury. For a moment, you feel a surge, a sense of purpose. You feel like a soldier on the digital front lines of morality. You have been told this is a virtue. This is what it means to be an engaged citizen in the 21st century. To be informed is to be outraged. To be silent is to be complicit. Your anger is presented to you as a tool, a weapon, a badge of honor in a world gone mad. You are doing your part. But I want you to pause and answer this honestly. After the furious tweet, after the scathing comment, after a full day spent marinating in this righteous rage, do you feel powerful? Or do you feel drained? Do you feel anxious, hollowed out, and more hopeless than when you began? Do you notice that the world you are fighting so hard to change online only seems to get worse, louder, and more insane? That feeling is not a coincidence. It is not a personal failing. It is a symptom. It is a warning sign flashing in the control room of your soul, screaming that the system is failing. You have been sold a lie of historic proportions, and your inner exhaustion is the proof. The lie is this, that your perpetual state of outrage is a form of meaningful action, that the more outrage you consume and broadcast, the more you are contributing to the good of the world. This is a profound and deliberate deception. A recent study reveals the average person spends hours each day on platforms designed to provoke this very reaction. Multiply that by billions, a global ocean of impotent rage. This is not a grassroots movement, it is a harvest, and you are the crop. So the question becomes, what if your outrage is not the weapon, but the very bars of your prison? To understand the architecture of this prison, we must turn to a man who understood prisons better than most. Not a modern guru or a tech commentator, but a Roman slave who became one of the most powerful thinkers in Western history. His name was Epictetus. He lived under the thumb of emperors. He was lame. He was exiled. By any modern standard, he was a victim. Yet he was one of the freest men to have ever lived. He was a Stoic, and he saw this lie 2,000 years before it was algorithmically perfected. Epictetus's diagnosis of the human condition is devastatingly simple. He called it the dichotomy of control. It is the most important spiritual technology you have likely never been taught. It states that in this life, there are things within your control, and there are things outside of your control. That is it. The entire universe of your experience can be sorted into these two baskets, and the source of all human misery, he warned, is the failure to distinguish between them. What is within your control? Only your own mind, your judgments, your opinions, your decisions, your actions, your will, your inner world. What is outside your control? The weather, the economy, what other people think of you, political outcomes, past events, future events, the fact that someone is wrong on the internet. Everything external. The path to tranquility and power, Epictetus taught, is to focus every ounce of your energy on the first basket and to practice a calm, rational acceptance of the second. Now, look at your phone. Look at the digital world you inhabit. It is a machine engineered for one purpose, to make you obsess over the second basket. It is a fire hose of things you cannot control, blasting you in the face 24 hours a day. It is a non-stop parade of provocations from people you will never meet, about events you cannot influence, in places you will never go. Every scroll, every notification, every trending topic is a calculated attempt to hijack your attention and chain it to the realm of the uncontrollable. You are not having a political engagement problem. You are having an attention management problem. The system has trained you to believe that caring about something means worrying about it, raging against it, marinating in anxiety about it. But this is a lie. You are pouring the finite, precious resource of your life force, your attention, your emotional energy, into a black hole. You are trying to command the winds and the tides, and it is leaving you exhausted, shipwrecked, and powerless. This is why you feel so drained. It's not the world that is breaking you, it is your approach to it. You have been tricked into fighting a battle you can never win, on a field where you have no agency. The outrage machine does not want you to be powerful. It needs you to be perpetually agitated about things you cannot change, because an agitated user is an engaged user, and an engaged user is a profitable user. This is not a glitch in the system. This is the system working perfectly. You might think, but my anger is real. The injustices are real. Yes, they are. The Stoics never denied the existence of hardship or injustice. Epictetus was a slave. 1. Marcus Aurelius faced plague, war, and betrayal. They are not asking you to be apathetic. They are giving you a profound warning. Your emotional reaction to an event is a separate thing from the event itself, and mistaking your reaction for effective action is the fool's game. Your outrage feels righteous, but it is a currency you are spending with no return on investment. So, you have been taught to misplace your energy. You have been conditioned to live entirely in the basket of things you cannot control. This is the first layer of the lie. It is a profound spiritual error that guarantees a life of frustration. But the deception goes even deeper than that, because it is not just a mistake you are making. You are being actively herded into this state of agitation by a psychological force you are not meant to understand. To see this deeper layer, we must turn to a more recent prophet, the French philosopher René Girard. Girard was not concerned with ancient Rome, but with the hidden machinery of human desire itself. He unearthed a frightening truth about our nature. We are fundamentally imitative creatures. We do not know what to want on our own. We learn what to desire by copying the desires of others. He called this mimetic desire. You think your desires are your own. Your taste in music, the clothes you wear, the career you chase, the person you love. Girard warns you this is an illusion. We learn what is desirable by seeing what models, rivals, and peers desire. This creates a constant simmering state of competition and envy. Now, apply this terrifying insight to outrage. You are not just choosing to be angry, you are learning what to be angry about from the digital crowd. Social media is a mimetic engine of unprecedented power. The algorithm is not a neutral conveyor of information. It is a sophisticated instrument for showing you what other people are desiring, valuing, and most importantly, hating. Trending topics are not a reflection of what is most important. They are a reflection of what is most mimetic, what is most contagious. You see thousands of people outraged about a particular person or event, and a primal, irresistible instinct kicks in. To belong, to be part of the tribe, you must share in their outrage. You do not have a well-reasoned political position. You have a well-mimicked tribal signal. This is not about truth or justice. It is about belonging. It is about signaling your virtue to the digital tribe you have chosen. But this mimetic cycle creates a huge problem. When everyone desires the same thing or hates the same thing, it leads to intense rivalry and conflict. Mimetic desire, if left unchecked, collapses societies into a war of all against all. Girard saw that societies have an ancient, dark mechanism for releasing this tension, the scapegoat. The scapegoat mechanism is the process by which a community, riddled with internal conflict, can restore a fragile peace by uniting in collective violence against a single, arbitrarily chosen victim. All the accumulated sin, frustration, and rage of the group is projected onto the scapegoat. It feels unifying, it feels necessary, and it is a complete lie. The scapegoat is rarely, if ever, the true cause of the problem. Your social media feed is a perpetual scapegoating machine. Every single day, it serves you a new person to hate, a new enemy of the people. The CEO who said the wrong thing. The celebrity with the offensive opinion, the politician from the other side, the random person who went viral for a moment of poor judgment. The algorithm identifies a target. The mimetic mob swarms with its collective rage, and for a moment there is a powerful, addictive sense of unity and moral clarity. You are not a citizen participating in a democracy. You are a spectator in a digital coliseum, screaming for blood. The relief you feel when joining the pylon is not the feeling of justice. It is the primitive, neurological thrill of participating in a successful scapegoat ritual. It's a cheap, powerful drug that makes you feel righteous while preventing you from looking at the real, complex sources of your own anxiety and dissatisfaction, or the systemic problems that have no easy enemy. Do you see the trap now? It is a masterpiece of control. First, the Stoic error. Your attention is chained to things you cannot control. Second, the Girardian engine. Your desire for belonging is manipulated to create contagious outrage, which is then funneled into a daily scapegoating ritual. The result? You are kept busy, angry, and united with your tribe against a revolving door of fake enemies, all while remaining utterly, completely powerless to change anything of substance in your own life or the world. It is a slavery of the mind. And the scariest part is that the slaves are convinced their chains are swords. They police each other, ensuring everyone remains sufficiently outraged about the correct targets. To be calm is to be a traitor. To focus on your own life is to be selfish. To question the mob is to become the next scapegoat. It is a prison where the inmates build the walls and guard the doors. So what do you do once you've seen through the lie? How do you escape the trap? You cannot fight the machine on its own terms. You cannot win an argument with the mob. You cannot fix the algorithm. To try is to fall back into the Stoic error of focusing on what you cannot control. The escape is not an attack. It is a withdrawal. It is a quiet revolution. The antidote is to shift from performative anger to effective action. This is not about becoming apathetic, it is about becoming surgically precise with your power. Performative anger is what the machine demands. It is loud, public, and directed at things you cannot control. It is tweeting at a senator. It is yelling at a stranger in a comment section. It is sharing a petition with 10 million signatures that will be ignored. It provides a momentary feeling of virtue with zero actual impact. It is a performance for the mimetic tribe. It is noise. It is slavery. Effective action is the path to liberation. It is often quiet. It is often local. It is always focused entirely within your sphere of control. It is the application of the dichotomy of control as a way of life. It is the ultimate rejection of the scapegoating machine. It is the choice to invest your finite energy where it can create a real, tangible return. It is about reclaiming your sovereignty. What does this look like? It means you stop arguing about the global food crisis with an avatar and you go volunteer at your local food bank. It means you stop screaming about political corruption on a screen and you go to your local town hall meeting and ask a difficult question. It means you stop raging about the loneliness epidemic and you call your friend who you know is struggling. It means you stop consuming and start creating. Fix your own house. This is not as sexy as fighting a digital holy war. It will not earn you thousands of likes. The mimetic tribe may call you selfish or privileged for disengaging from the outrage of the day. Let them. You are no longer playing their game. You are not on a quest for virtue signals. You are on a quest for virtue. You are not chasing the feeling of power. You are building real power. One small, deliberate, controllable action at a time. Imagine you are a power station. Every day you generate a finite amount of energy. For years, you have been plugging yourself into a massive, faulty grid that powers a distant, flickering outrage sign. The connection drains you, shorts you out, and leaves your own home in darkness. The path to liberation is to unplug from that grid. The energy you save is astonishing, and with that reclaimed energy, you can finally begin to light up your own world. This is the work. It is the hard, unglamorous, and deeply meaningful work of building a life of integrity. It requires you to abandon the intoxicating drug of righteousness for the quiet strength of responsibility. It requires you to care more about your actual impact than your perceived morality. It is the choice to be a craftsman of your own life rather than a critic of everyone else's. The choice is now yours. You have seen the mechanics of the lie. You have been given the key to the prison. But no one can walk out of the cell for you. The world will not save you. The system benefits from your slumber, from your anger, from your powerlessness. The algorithm will continue to serve you scapegoats. The mimetic mob will continue to demand your participation in their rituals. They need your energy to power their illusion. To choose liberation is not easy. It is a declaration of war, not on an external enemy, but on your own programming, on your own desire for the easy validation of the crowd. It is the choice to be an island of sanity in an ocean of madness. It is the choice to trade the illusion of influence over everything for the reality of control over yourself. So what will it be? Will you continue to feed the machine that enslaves you, finding comfort in the familiar rage, in the shared hatreds, in the performance of a virtue you do not feel? Or will you take the harder path, the path of Epictetus, the path of inner sovereignty, the path of effective action? Will you unplug from the circus and begin the real work? Your anger is not your power. It is a resource they are mining from you. Your true power lies not in the volume of your outrage, but in the precision of your action. It is in what you build, not what you tear down. It is in the world you can touch, not the one you can only scream at. Stop performing your virtue, start living it. The lie ends the moment you decide it does.